Cast. It's popping off. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for Lobby 2, the semi-finals. I'm joined by Captain. Just going to give him a second to get his stream up and running.
Yep, getting it now. Guys, just realising we've got the Ukrainian flag there.
What is this playback error? Just going to look up this playback code error quickly while I've got a chance.
No worries. Yep, we are back. See, guys, standing strong with Ukraine. Got the flag there for them. We will be going any second into the lobby now. Just get spectating on the guys, and we will be away. Stream shared. Had a very, very good first semi-final. Some really, really good racing. With incidents here and there, but as they say, rubbing is racing.
I'll pull my stream up on my phone and we'll get everything else set up. You can see the names in the lobby. We've got Be More Codes, Easy Amnesia, Mad Trevor, Scarman, Dream, Winston Wolf, Nugget, Exafy, Maggio, Magic, Eddie, Paul, Juicy, Rizza, 7Z, Robert, Grace, James, Doolala, Romain, Bagado, Ashin, My Blunt, Viking Pro, and Mad Warrior. They are our racers.
I'm trying to look for Star Strider Fox in fucking Google. Hold on.
Just searching for me on Google.
Why is it not automatically coming up?
I'm not that big yet, Captain.
I've never searched Star Strider in Google before, that's why.
Oh, this is shared in the streams.
Yep. That's Winston to launch the list.
So they are going to be starting up a little early, maybe. So hurry up, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to pop to the toilet, get it in.
To the race lobby. Can hold for a few minutes in there, but we've got everyone here. I don't see why not.
As long as everybody's racing. Won't want anybody missing the first race.
Good luck everyone from Nugget. Good luck to yourself, Nugget, competing in this semi-final. As you see, we are taken into the race lobby. Touch wood.
All about to hot up.
Disconnections or technical errors.
Hey, it's just warming up. But how you going, Zephyr? Just double check the broadcast settings again. Right, yeah, everything should be good. Yep. About to go watch some speedruns. Enjoy yourself, Zephyr. Catch you later.
Are up to 18 players now as you do wait for the last couple of guys to get in. They do officially have 6 more minutes, but if guys are ready to go, then...
Hello, Viper lad. Let's go, boys. And hello, Aaron. Hope you're doing well. Starting to warm up into the action again. Do have a 2v2 not too long after the Hotring semi-final with Marine, Jack and Razza versus Luke, or I Lucas, and the Heredia God. So that should be live for 11 PM. I believe there'll be French commentary for that as well, but we will have to give Barbacks a chance to finish his 2v2 also.
Everyone in the lobby.
Yeah, I
We can
think
wait
that
the 5
means.
minutes officially, but we can go also.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that means none of them are on the toilet right now. So,
no.
but up to the races. Did blast through it earlier on. We started like 16 minutes late and ended up well ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Rather than sitting here, I think we will get
Is
going. Everyone else is taking their
downtown
train.
up first.
Yeah.
Captain, gonna move it along. Just sending a little message to Winston.
We have a nice vulgar name on the stream. I will not repeat the name.
No, but I don't believe there is super chat yet. Neither of us are at the 1,000 subs required for that. But as you can see, you can chat. So for now, that is the super chat.
We'll be getting underway any second now. Here we go. Don't forget, guys, give Sunday Fundays, playlist, crew battles, championship, racing. May even be dabbling into Gran Turismo 7 with the 482 Elite Gaming League.
Yes.
And with a big announcement to come within the next week or so regarding the Hotring.
Starting me with a dream.
On board with Jonas from Red Bull NASCAR race team.
I didn't.
Just a slight delay, but we are away there.
Looked like it just took a little longer for the countdown to fully kick in.
Yeah. Let's just get the hood back on. There we go. On board with Juicy or Jonas.
Dream, just trying to get into the slipstream behind Mad Warrior and a bag of dough. Means how nicely
Get it,
staying
guys, from home.
relatively nice and central.
Just get the stream shared into the Discord as well.
Been good clean start, just a couple of people just hanging back a bit further so they don't get mixed up in any early incidents. First couple of corners appear to have straightened out smoothly, people just pulling away from each other there. Winston holds his own line on Scarman nicely.
I'm going to get on board with Robert Grace James. Look across.
Very popular member of the community.
Yeah, running the Secret 41. That's my car, James. Son of a bitch. Won't do him any favours today. Who knows? James, a reserve from last week, getting the call. Oh, it's a big incident on the inside there. James just avoids that. That was a big wipeout.
Julala comes out of it after a bit of a bash against the wall. Captain seemed to have a better view of that than myself there. James was in prime vision to catch that.
Oh, happened so quick that there. We're trying to see. Oh, wow, that was a weird one. Who's that on the inside? I think it was Exifi. Is that him? No, it was Sevens that he did wait up though and stop up the road.
Yeah. Oh, Exifi nicely holds the curbs on the inside. Didn't push Romain off them, but he was just had the pace before Romain got the chance to pull back across them.
Sevens that is at the back of the pack did wait for that incident there, so could have
yeah.
bring it done. Let's move off James on to Remain.
Back on
Just at the side
to
of James there.
Dream and Rither just behind on the outside.
As if he just get a bit too much drive. Did hold it well. Just look back from Remain.
Yeah, just got a little close to a Bagado, but he, as Captain says, held that nicely in the end.
Are you watching those on the stream, Fox? I think I can hear myself.
No, I'm not. It might be echoing. 1 second. I'll just pull my head. Bit better.
Hello. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, my headset sometimes does feedback on itself.
Not long to go till the new one.
No, Monday.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Got a mix amp and everything.
James,
Wow,
James!
he's a flipping. There are racers further back to maybe help him slipstream back up. I think I heard a bit of a honk of a horn.
Off the road.
Oh,
I think he was trying to do a barrel roll.
Nugget just got in the back of a Bagado as they came past the tyre wall. He looked like he was feathering his throttle to help a Bagado back up to pace.
Just move away from Remain now.
Just very much sticking to this right side of the track as he comes around the hill. Never felt safe myself on the outside there, just in case there's an incident on the inside. You've not really got anywhere to go if they come into you. But again, on this lap, not needing to take it risky to get on the curbs and that sort of stuff. You see Eddie Paul taking the curbs to get himself up to the front.
Just have to remind everyone watching, if you're thinking, who is this Eddie Paul? It is Kai Ed, or Key Ed. On the second account, had a little misfortune.
Yeah. Oh, Juicy just pulling out of XP a little bit late, but it's handled nicely.
I'm so glad. Is it
my juicy ass isn't here yet.
Yeah.
And he's not pulling out late on that yet.
Oh my god. Move away from Trevor. Back over to Jennifer. We've got on board with Riz.
Oh, XFE and Eddie getting a bit rubby. Handled nicely. XFE just gently past the tyre wall, slipstreaming from Rizza, pulling up into the mix. How far does this chain go back? I want to step back gently just so I don't get the long black screen.
It goes a few, about 100 metres back.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do one big jump and get a black screen, so I'm stepping back a couple of races at a time.
Yeah.
Right, I think Dream Bagado seems to be in good position. He's got Mad Trevor just on his outside. Be More Code, Winston ahead.
What button are you pressing to switch people?
I actually use the HUD and I use the players and I go down and scroll through the list on the left side.
Using L2 and R2. It seems to be the closest one above and the closest one below of
yeah,
the person you're on.
Does do sometimes until it glitches out, and then it sometimes just swags out and goes back, so I just stop using that in the bigger lobbies.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, it's just Rockstar bugs, so you have to do it a bit more manually.
Yeah, fuck. Take a look at a lap time. 1:04.6 from Amnesia.
Yeah. And we're looking at like 107s, 105s, 110 from Remain. Just allowing the catch-up to do the work to keep him in the mix at the moment.
James back in the action now after that little incident.
A Bagado.
Across the pack.
His feet holds his line, forces Viking just to back out of the power.
Oh, somebody's got taken out there. Black car's been rear-ended, I think. No, I don't know what happened there. I couldn't see it.
Relax you all, everyone in here. Great
big incidents there. Dreamer got hit 360.
Wow, yeah. 3-4 cars got wrapped up in that. Magic getting squeezed against the wall a little bit, but he squeezes through. XP really nice and clean, just sticking to his line on the curbs, nice and gentle.
Was a rough finish there by a lot of cars.
But yeah, in general, Kimberley, everybody at this point should be getting towards the very good to great drivers sort of thing, certainly for this sort of category, it will in general stay a bit clean, but you always see like there are bits of lag, there are mistakes as well still from good drivers. You know, it happens. You have to hold your hands up. And when you're trying to race as close as you are, you're always going to get a couple of instants catching the best of it there on both of them.
Who was that? Nugget got launched away.
XV takes the win. Winston Wolf, Mad Warrior, Rizza and Maggio Magic are the top 5. Ashima Blunt, Tulala, Bagado, Robert Grace James did just miss that last one. It was Juicy in that 10th place. Quick scroll through the points just to make sure I get myself in the thought process of doing it more than anything. Yeah, that was close, and I think overall from what I saw it was a nice and clean made us proud getting this far, XFE lad.
Moving on to quick speedway. Actually, my Blunt's crew too quick.
Viper shouting out his boy, Big XFE. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Timer is being allowed to tick down in this. You can see Winston a little bit more of a chilled host than Tony earlier. Or Tonku rushing through it a touch, not letting the other racers have a chance to have a little relax. He felt nice and comfortable going in back to back races.
Yeah. Mad Trevor there saying, sorry Nugget, I don't know what happened, you just jumped ahead of me, sorry. Yeah, we saw that incident over there, it just looked like his car just launched over to the right.
Yeah. Or something, like I've seen some weird shit in this game, I would not be surprised. Against the wall.
Lag.
Yeah.
His car was probably there, then it wasn't, and then he got tapped and flew off to the right hand side.
Yeah.
Gonna start on board with BMO.
Oh, Viper is backing up that deal. $10. It's not even euros or pounds, so it's a little bit cheaper for you, Viper lad. Right now, if I get first again from XFE in my chat. Explosions, it did hang a car back. Seemed to drag a car back into that mix with him. And Winnie did do a good job with second place. No, he's a good lad. Winston did have a little bit of accidental beef in the early part of this tournament with Winston. Really didn't mean to cause anything, but it did help get pointed out that he was maybe looking at a bit of an overpriced PS4 as well to help with the situation.
Yeah.
I didn't pay much more for my PlayStation 5, so I wasn't wrong to point out, and I really am happy that people are supporting their friends. Like I said in my group, I'd be more than happy to do the same for them and people I do know better in the game.
Yeah. Oh, just a little landing there. Just comes off okay, BMO. Just
Remain nice, clean up the inside. Gonna pop back again. They're all nice and tight here. Dreamer just behind the main pack. We've got a couple of people just a bit further back as well. And again, we can step back a little bit further. There is Mad Trevor, who we were just with. Juicy seemed to have got just a little bit of a better landing boost. Nugget in the chat, no worries, buddy. Oh, XV just getting a bit sideways.
I think it was Talala got out of shape as well.
And then, yeah, maybe taking or having a bit of overcorrection, taking XV with them maybe. Plenty of the race left. Little dab of the brakes from Scarman just to make sure he keeps contact with the track, as Matt Trevor was scraping along that black wall, got a little bit lucky not to brick off it. Gonna hide the hood, have a little spin of the camera. No one really that close. Scarman backs out the power as he gets alongside Beemore.
Let's move off Beemore now onto Eddie Paul 81.
Dreamer and Mad Warrior just on the left. Not sure.
Just a little tap of Bagado, just correcting it. Remain just on the brakes just to allow Bagado to correct the car.
Good Dream at 7Z. Eddie Paul, Bagado is nice and tight. They're all trying to keep a little bit of space around themselves. Eddie Paul feathering heavily.
Yeah, he saw Jonas just ahead who hit the wall. Didn't do too much damage. Viking stayed out of trouble on the wide
Garman stayed out of it as well, nicely behind Eddie. Just easing its way through. You can hear the engine revs dipping as well, just as he picks his way around the corner nicely, not wanting to get up the back of anyone.
Moving on to Maggio Magic just behind the leader.
Scarman, it's a bit further back. We've got Nugget X, Fitu Lala and Ashin My Blunt. They should hopefully be working together. We've got XV a little bit closer up behind, separated from the pack, hoping to just close up with catch-up. I can see just about everything ahead. There's a bit of a slide from the red car into the corner initially, but he holds it. That is Romain. Bit of a tap from Mad Warrior just to say hold yourself lad, and then he gets himself some space. Scarman again, feathers heavily. There is 7 cars wide at the front. Scarman pulls heavily to the left on his own, on that left side, just giving himself free air.
Remain just slowing down, little incident over on the right side.
Doesn't seem to be going into the slipstream yet. Oh, Scarman just pulling to the left again this time. Almost into the prop. Looking across to the right, we can see XV just in the lead. James. Robert just turning just a touch too late, but again he was just on his own line. Maybe Scarman turned in a little earlier than he could have done and caused no incident there. He was clearly out the power and turning away from him.
On towards 7Z.
Just getting used to that slipstream again. Bagado in the slipstream of XFE and 7Z. Holds his line next to Winston Wolf, nice and tidy. Who have I got just behind Scarman? It might be worth popping to Mad Trev. He's out on the outside, so we can have a little look across the whole field. He's got someone just up behind him as well. That is Amnesia or Dreamer. Dreamer, I believe, just behind. So we're going to go with Dreamer. Amnesia on that right side. Be on the inside of the track for the corner. Taps, but everybody holds it nicely in the end. It looked like Nugget ended up getting a bit of a heavier tap and ended up on the left side of the pack.
Round 2 nearly complete, lap 3, 1 to go after this. Robert Grace just leading ahead with 7Z. XFE just up the inside of 7Z takes the lead. We come down the hill for the 3rd time.
Again, everybody just being a little bit more careful. And seeing this lobby, everybody is just being that little touch more careful. Nobody really being overly forceful with the lines. Beemore gets a little bit unlucky to land on it. It was either a Bagado or XP. I'm not quite sure of the two. It was in that general location. Could go back and look just to double check.
Here we go, over the first jump for the last time. Bagado with a nice clean jump just over the leading pack.
Didn't quite see it, but maybe it was XP just outside of Bagado.
up the inside.
best lap is 202.768 with Ashin my blunt, and he is repping the 2 quick tag. So track maybe he made himself or
It's
for
made for him by D-Dane. Yeah. D-Dane, one of the creators of many tracks in the Champs. It's getting a little bit tappy now as the guys just start to bunch it up a little bit more.
Mad Warrior just pulling out to the left to get his own space away from Nugget's slipstream there as he pulls around nicely. Dream eases through. You can hear the feathering of the throttle happening, just letting the res dip, making sure he doesn't go into a bag of doubt.
Oh, a bag of doubt. Skywin going to cross past him, come away just nicely. Yeah, little pap, pap, pap from one of another. Pap, pap, pip, pip.
Pap, pap, hooray.
Yeah. Over the big jump. Here we go. You want to come out of this one clean so you can get a nice run coming down the hill.
Oh, Mad Warrior getting some nice slipstream boost in the air, triggering after the jump, gets big air time.
Oh, but he's pushed him to Lala, did get straightened up.
Everybody again seems straight in the end. Lala getting aggressive with slipstream behind, just saw them picking their way back through.
Just wanted to get through this little section.
Oh, Dreamer just off the inside wall, or the outside wall there. Mad Warrior helping him straighten up into the slipstream, pulls out wide. The wall, he handles the bump nicely. Bit of airtime, Viking feathers at the throttle, just trying to get in the slipstream behind some people, avoids a big coming together. Exafy gets away with it. Juicy does not. Exafy got landed on a little bit, had his front wheels lifted up. Viking, I believe they're coming across the line in first. Just managed to fly over the top of that, coming together. Juicy came out of the worst. Ashin my blunt with a nice charge on that final lap from last place up to 9th. And it is Viking Pro, Maggio Magic, Dreamer, Eddie, Paul and Romain with the top 5. But yeah, VIP, your $10 is safe for now, lad. He did get a little bit caught up in that coming together, more in the fact that it maybe stopped him getting full power down on landing and in slipstream and stuff as quickly as he would have liked. But he came away cleanly, and I don't believe it was his fault. He was just ahead of the main coming together.
That's lap with Ashin. 202.768 win for Viking, Maggio second, Dreamer, Eddie Paul, Romain, Robert Grace, Exhibit
Back
Sam,
and
Ashin,
leave
Warrior
it
with the top 10.
From Kimberley ever
We
after.
are 2 races. Exhibit Maggio, Viking, Warrior, Dreamer, Winston, Rizza, Ashin, Robert Grace and Romain rounding out the top 10. Be more rounding out from the bottom with Mad Trevor and 7Z. Still to play for, 2 races in.
Only 1 point between Eddie and Romain, so really nothing in it. Yeah, only 5 points and less than 25 between.
Yeah, exactly. Between 14th and 1st. So.
And 14th and last 20 years the other way. Kakuna, I love you too. Jason Paulding and Kimberley liberating with Viking or for Viking. Yeah, he is a popular boy in the Hotring community. Not quite sure what's happened here. I seem to be a little bit stuck somewhere.
I also am.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to load in a minute. We did get the points and everything. I think it's just struggling to load the race. Apparently I can still quit. I don't want to quit.
Yeah, the HUD's on.
Yeah.
So this happened to me and James last week. We may not see one race.
Okay, so is this what happened? It kept you here for one race and then it fixed it? Okay, so we are maybe just going to have to sit here and suck this up, because let's see if anybody else is streaming. Who else in this lobby has a YouTube channel? Oh, launching session. Oh, we got away with it. We just...
Thank
the
God
non-contact race? Yeah, it's Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We've made it through the little bit of GTA trauma nicely. Viper saying, yeah, I would maybe rather watch the grass grow anyway, you know. It's who wants to watch exciting close racing contact action
Yeah.
when GTA is going to provide you with some stellar grass growing?
Here we go. We'll move away from Jonas, as he will be very happy from the last race, and we're going to sit on board with... Who have we not seen yet?
I'm going to go with Tulala early on, because then I might not have to say his name so much later, or hers. No gender assigning.
With the fat wheels. We're going to start on board with... not sure who is who, but we'll go with it.
I think Amnesia's a decent shout to be somewhere near the front to go on at some point with Xifi, yeah.
I've just switched to right.
A couple of others, but I want to see how it pans out. I know Tulala will be somewhere in the mix. Aggressive on the curbs, and does hold a second place. A lot smoother, maybe a little bit of short shifting from Rizza. Then that extra boost over the crest of the hill from Tulala, and then just giving a little wobble on that little side bit of the curb again. Trying to manage the boost as well as they can. Heavy on the brakes. We've got Viking Pro and Rizza just beginning to get to the front of the pack. Mad Warrior just behind. There's a lot of racers really tight in the mix. Amnesia just going back through the pack again. Eddie Paul. We've got Winston Wolf. Nugget. Maggio Magic. Mad Warrior. Rizza though, the one to have separated away from the pack just a little. Viking, good drive out the corner again. Lala making me feel a little bit seasick with how aggressive they are on the curves. It's a good job this is non-contact, lad.
Yeah, it needs to slow down that aggression on the curbs. It's slowing him down. He needs to be a smoother, slower across them. That aggressive nature.
Like there is something to rubbing on both sides of the curb at the same time. Viper was doing some testing with it, but that aggressive, like you say, is too aggressive and will be slowing the car down as much as anything.
Yeah.
So you'll be negating like half the boost at least you're getting, sort of thing.
Oh, a couple of guys there.
Yeah, just coming off the tube. Rizza, Viking Pro, Maggio and Tulala are the top four now. Winston Wolf, Eddie, Bull, Mad Warrior, Xifi, Scarman and Dreamer just coming back up through. We'll go on to Xifi as he carries a really nice pace up the hill. A fluky fella. Little bit smoother on the curb, and you can see just extending away a little bit from Tulala. But Tulala, it does do something with the boost when he gets it right, that's for sure. He's not losing as much pace as he should be.
Warrior! Big run down the hill
there. Yeah. XV matching it a little bit, little bash off the ball as he comes into the banked hairpin as well as he can. Nicely on the brakes. Comes through, bit of a slide. I think that was Eddie Bull, maybe. I've got my colour right. Best lap 103.114, trying to apply some pressure on Rizza from Viking and close that gap back up. He's contending with Maggio. Magic himself, his engine rev right in his ear, just disrupting his feathering points a little maybe. Both of them pushing each other hard. XV back up into fourth.
Oh, Viking just off the wall a little bit. He's lost a bit of speed.
2.959 from Xifi, pushing really hard to close the gap back up on the guys ahead. He has just pulled himself a little way ahead of Mad Warrior.
On board with
closing the gap with his nice control through the corner though.
Yeah, we've got the... Oh, Tulala's just...
Nah, just as many as come in naturally, Fluky. I'm not one for, like, just give it a like yourself, and that's it, lad. But 69 would be very nice. can't do that pop noise very well, but I tried for the meme.
We'll stick just behind Winston Wolf.
But no, I do appreciate XV. Oh, fluky lad, XV. Nice charge back up.
Dreamer off the wall.
102.729 from Amnesia. I knew Amnesia would be a half decent person to get on and spectate. We will do. Let these top 5 settle in a little bit. XV back holding fourth as he was. Mad Warrior not too far behind. Amnesia really looking to crank the pace as well and close up a couple of extra positions if possible. Nice aggression on the curb, nice and smooth on the braking points. Just a little bit of a slide.
3 and 3. Oh no, 3 and 4, 5.
Yeah, there's another 4 just behind Amnesia.
You've got Winston, Warrior, Scarman, 7Z, Talala.
Yeah, I've got Amnesia. I'm watching it from Amnesia, and then there's Ashy, My Blunt, Remain, Nugget, and Dreamer somewhere in the mix around that.
Yeah. Scarman just takes a really nice turn.
Nice Amnesia as well, up to 9th. Doesn't bring down the time, but really gaining. Takes the position over Talala, hits the brake at the top of the hill to get the drive down the hill, brake boosting over the crest and closing up on Mad Warrior as well. Nice stuff for Amnesia. Really clean lines.
Scarman.
Oh,
he's got to hold it.
He has.
Holy shit.
He straightens up off the wall, takes a little wall ride, but it's another couple of positions.
But it's better than not finishing.
Amnesia just clicks the inside, and there goes the few positions. She did just pick up Ashy, My Blunt as well. We will let Amnesia just settle back into it. Apologies if the commentary gets a little excitable for people. We will get used to it over a couple of events for sure.
Ooh, Scarman just gonna hold off here.
Amnesia is cranking the pace back up. Just misses the tyre wall.
Scarman's heart would have been in their mouth then. Great save.
This little section might as well have just stayed where we were. There's Eddie across the line. And a bag of dough. Coasting, letting the time tick a little.
Crazy Starman off the wall there. A win for Rizza from RCRH.
Hey. Is it taking the win? Maggio saying he didn't do too bad for 3 laps practice. Not at all, Maggio lad, but you've got that little bit. Some of the guys that were practicing with some of my boys, XFE, Viper and Official, myself, because we don't know the car either. So we had to put in a little bit of extra work to try and catch up with some of you boys.
See, Maggio just taking the lead, 1 point from XFE, Viking third, Rizza, Mad Warrior, Winston, Asher, My Blunt, Dreamer, Talala and Scarman rounding out the top 10. James remained just a point behind at the 10th place. Amnesia, Eddie Paula, Bagado, 7Z, Nugget. And rounding out the bottom, we have Beemore, Mad Trevor and Jonas. Nothing changed with the bottom 3 yet, but still all to play for. 7 races to go. One good result is 30 points, and you're back up there. You know how everyone in this lobby is capable of beating each other on any given day. Maybe not on non-contact, but on the contact, absolutely.
Come on, Winston, Viking and Baggers. I'm guessing that's a Bagado, and Jason pulled in with come on a Bagado, supporting their boys
from the Kush group. Double helix.
Did see an incident that did see Zerlak end up rage quitting from the competition. He had likely made a bet with somebody in a party chat before that if he got taken out by someone.
Yeah, he would be leaving, so he honoured his side
He
of the
had to.
agreement.
He had to. He backed himself into a corner. It happened,
Pretty much
and
like
then it
Vladimir
happened.
Putin.
I think he's always been in a corner, or feels like
See
he's
if
in a
Putin
corner.
rage quits.
The war on Ukraine, hopefully. It's the only thing that will stop nuclear war is if he quits himself.
Somebody in his inner circle just needs to shoot him in the head. Yeah, they'll lose their own life, but for the greater of the good,
Yeah,
someone just needs to pop him off from the inside.
just deal with it in-house.
I'm telling you. We are away.
Oh, it has decided to skip us off. I think that was a bagger that we were on. We've gone on to Nugget. You got this one, Kush, from Kimberley. See Robert charging up.
Yeah.
It's risky, but it's good. It's good to get the clean air for the first corner as well. Viking as well. Certainly with having a driver, you know, behind you, you can handle the speed.
Just trying to cut the corner there.
Now trying to pick the pace up and keep pace with these front two.
We are on board with Robert
They
James.
do appear to have just started to pull away a little bit on the left side. Ashin, my blunt, was just behind Robert, or James as we do know him. There is no catch up here. Ashin, my blunt, seems to have made up a bit of time in that final section. Viking just trying to get a little sniff of some sort of slipstream, but now just relying on some clean air for the corner. Yep. Oh, and Eddie Paul following, little tap of the horn. Eddie holds the slide nicely in the end. Little tiny brush on Nugget's ass, but it's all clean in the end. We are just going to step back a touch. I'm going to have to bring up the hood.
Just holding his line. Oh, just runs along the rumble strip. Eddie Paul gets his chance up the inside.
We're going to go Eddie.
Opens the door there now for Sevens as well.
Sevens and Dreamer.
Trying to get in. James just on the inside.
Holds his inside. Pulls out a little bit. Gets to the midline. Nice and clean though. Half the track available for Dreamer. Bit of a
James
brush. Yeah, really unfortunate. He just seemed to bump off Sevens and then off a bag of dough. Oh, and another spinny slide. That will maybe allow James to get some slipstream and work together. There is no catch up here. Maggio, little tap on Eddie, just forcing his line a little bit, but it's clean in the end. Hey, Joseph, how you going, fella? Oh, just pulls out from underneath the stadium prop. Just fallen back. They aren't going to go forward to Dreamer.
Oh, Talala's off. Talala's gone off. All by himself.
Oh, no. Joseph just got off the cam. It's nice.
Right on board with Winston.
Trying to get in the slipstream of Mad Warrior, who's trying to get in slipstream himself, and he's pulled away from Nugget and not allowed him any. Nugget's just going to have to rely on some clean cornering to try and close the gap up on Scarman and Mad Trevor ahead. See the guys coming up the centre of the track. There's a little bit of crossover potential coming on certain places, certainly as they come out of the final section and through the final corner. A Mad Warrior cutting across the track, a little bit risky, but when it's a little bit less busy on one side.
Winston just looking for a bit of slip, just gets after a couple of cars over to the left on his own.
This lobby is a closed private lobby, Joseph, but there are a couple of people in the chat like Kimberly or Jason that might be in a Hotring lobby or something, so it might be worth, or they will be after this anyway, because they're watching their friends do this. But a couple of the people in the chat are the Hotring racers you're looking to race with, so just keep chatting. Kimberly, Jason, help this Joseph get into some Hotring.
Scarman just up the inside of Nugget. Nugget just going to have to give that position. I thought Nugget had it there. We will be coming around, I think.
51.6.
Let's get ourselves back up towards
0.651 from Dreamer.
On to Viking Pro.
Nugget has fallen down the order a bit, so yeah, I'm going to do the same. We'll go with like a Maggio Magic myself. I think he's just a little further back from yourself.
Just up the inside of
Z, just up the inside, Maggio, just picking his way through past 7Z. Not past 7Z. I don't know who's in the yellow car. It's 7Z just ahead.
Viking's going to go up the inside of Dreamer, but Viking's going to go a little wide. Dreamer's going to try and cut back down up the inside, but Viking's going to have the little run.
Viking's held his line nice and clean. Actually, my blunt would have had it again on that right side of the track.
Dreamer and Viking now looking to work together to catch up to Bashing. They are.
No, Joseph, it's just a close competition, so we're up to the semi-final. We've done the preliminary, or the knockout, first knockout round, then the quarters. This is the semis today. Finals will be next Saturday, but as you can see, there's Kimberly just shouting out. She's just a bit glued to the screen at the moment, but afterwards can definitely start hooking you up.
Going across.
Getting a little bit lucky on the crossover there. That looked really close.
Is he going to hold this position from Ashen, who's going to have a different run? It looks like he is. Ashen's going to come up the inside. Viking's going to run it a little bit wider. It's going to be a run to the line.
It's Dreamer.
Yeah.
Dreamer pinches it on the left side instead with me.
Viking tried to cut down a little bit on Ashen, and Ashen spun Viking, but there was nowhere to go, so it was just a racing incident at the end.
Did I not pin no. If you click on the pinned comment as well, Joseph, just the one at the very top, it should pop up in a second for you. I've just gone back and pinned it. Head over to Captain's channel. There you go, that pinned message. And just click on that, and Captain can help look after you and get you involved in future tournaments and stuff as well.
No, it wasn't Wolf.
It's okay, James, don't worry about it. Don't worry, James, we're doing the streaming, so we can't really talk to you at the minute.
Okay, I'm
yeah, you go back to the party, James. Concentrate on your racing.
Yeah, good luck, man.
No party open. No party open.
No other parties, James, no?
Nope.
Where is everybody?
Don't know.
Kakuna, look after James. Where are you?
Oh, he's gone. Okay. So win for Dreamer, Viking second, Ashley third, Maggio 4-7 up remain, Winston, Amnesia, Warrior and Scarman.
Yeah, Kenzo, look after James. Them in a party.
Fast there. I didn't get time
to
scroll
they did.
There,
no, I did not either. It just went off completely.
Yeah, went really fast. We still do have 20, so hopefully we can get a look at the points next time around.
Yeah, we have just had somebody. Oh no, they're still joining in. Jonas. And yeah, Joseph, just add Kimberly ever after. It is the same name in game, but on PSN, and she will help you get in. Should have just over an hour, around an hour's worth of racing left. So you'll be looking at about 20 to 10 UK time. You can start making some more of these hot ringers. They are a good crowd. Seem really nice and friendly. They've welcomed me in nicely.
very fast, that screen, really.
It really did. Yeah, it does do sometimes. It might have been because Jonas was having a little bit of lag issue there, but he managed to stay in the lobby in the end with the way he connected after.
Yeah.
It did flick up for like a quarter of a second. I could pull it up on one of our streams just
Yeah,
for a
down
quick
to
glance.
17th, I just rewatched it there, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
We will, moving on now to Purple Smurf.
Top 5 from that last race they was Dreamer, Viking Pro, Ashin, My Blunt, Maggio, Magic and 7Z. And in the playlist it's Maggio Magic now with a 14-point lead over X. Oh no, tied.
Oh, little tap out there on the back.
Tied with Viking for first and second. XV, Dreamer, Rizza, Ashley Mobland, Mad Warrior, Winston, Romaine and Scarman making out the top 10. Amnesia just 4 points back and 2 points further back to Lala. So not a lot in it at all. There we go, quick run through the very quick flashed up points.
Yeah. Who was that? Jonas has got some lag. He's caught Mad Warrior and I don't think he knows it.
Yeah, it's with the way he connected. The delayed connection usually suggests it's their side connection. Yeah. Oh, somebody getting spun out. XV looks like he was trying to feather up initially, or getting caught up in somebody else's accident potentially. Didn't quite catch what happened up ahead. I am going to have to start moving ahead. Amnesia spinning on the bumps, maybe getting caught by a car. So like I say, I'm going to move forward. It is going to give us a little bit of loading screen as we're moving forward a little way. But we are with Scarman, just so we can keep an eye on these instants a little bit better. We've got Eddie Paul and stuff just behind. XV on that right side as well. Juicy, just see, he looks nice and smooth again now, so hopefully it stays clear for him in general. Oh, big bump on Mad Warrior's car, but he holds it nicely. Hello, Lucas fella. Looking forward to the 2v2 in not too long a time. Barbacks is hoping to commentate as well. His 2v2 starts at 9:30, so he should be finished by 10:30 and will be good to go from then onwards, sort of thing. I think give him like 5 or 10 minutes to settle down, give me like a full hour to chill.
Oh, a little tap there. Alright, Magadon gets it.
Nice and clean. Scarman picked his position really nice. Little honk of the horn for XP to let him know he was coming up over the top. Please move! I don't want to die!
Oh, here we go. Around the bend, down through the
Juicy
tubes.
sticking on the purple, nice and clean, holding his outside line. And lovely, thank you very much. Barbacks will appreciate that massively.
Viking just having to break it.
Yes.
There.
Garman just choosing to avoid the boost so he doesn't get potentially flung into the back of anybody with slipstream activating afterwards.
Oh, Magadon's gone a little bit too wide.
Oh, and there is Robert Gray-Shames. That was who we saw spinning out a little bit earlier, and he's back up into the pack, so no harm done now. He's charging on through. Oh, Scarman, he's chosen the wrong time to hit the brakes. Bad choice there on where to wait up, Scarman. Really nice to see you waiting, though. But hitting the brakes at the top of a ramp for a big jump. Poor boy.
Oh, God.
So he did wait. I'll have a look in a second. They must be last. because he had to respawn as well, bless him. It's Scarman and Winston. So Winston Wolf getting a little bit unlucky, getting tapped by Scarman. Scarman trying to do the right thing at the wrong time and waiting for him. Brakes heavily at the top of a big hill, going into a jump. Maggio holds that bump nicely. Yeah, oh no, coming in from Kimberley, it was a really unfortunate incident. Certainly for Winston, he was a bit of an innocent bystander in it. And then Scarman was trying to do the right thing in weight, just at the wrong time. Do it after the jump would be my advice. XV just nice and clean, not wobbling back and forth on the curb, but holds the curb. Come on, Winston from Kimberley, saying it's not all over yet.
With Mad Trevor, memorable race last week with James.
I want to just move back a little way, but again, I'm just going to pick my way through the crowd just so we don't get a big loading screen. Got 3 more further back. We'll go with a Bagado. We've not spent too much time on him. He's in what looks to be a brushed gold. Riding the bump, it's Winnie, sir. Okay, I apologise. Just, I feel a little bit cringe saying it myself, but go on, Winnie! There we go, I'm in.
Trevor just riding behind the guys here. James just riding nicely. Riz just behind. Actually, my front.
Oh, a bag of dough just gets driven up the back of a little bit. The green car of Mad Warrior doing a bit of damage to them both. A bag of dough doing the right thing, getting back on the power nicely. Viper enjoying my big shout of Winnie.
Trevor just again staying out of trouble. We see the guys moving on. I think we're coming around to take the last lap.
A bag of dough, mate, you could do to get in that slipstream. Just feather a little bit and then get in it. Help yourself and remain back onto the pack.
Yeah, one lap to go.
So there's plenty of time for these 3 to get back in it. We've got Winston Wolf as well. There, my shout for Winnie did its job. It's all the favouritism I can show, I'm afraid, Kimberley, though. I'll have to go back into unbiasedness.
We're going to stay with Trevor, leading back from about 10 wide at front. Oh, getting it and tuck. Here we come on the first.
Now that made me cringe a lot more.
Winnie's back into the equation.
My juicy ass hurts, though.
Yeah, oh my god. My juicy ass.
That is the funniest. It was when I said it like 7 times in a row and accidentally got one of my PC community members hidden on my channel for a second. Had to mod them.
Warrior just on the left now. Oh, Trevor going to hold it yet nicely. Just
back it out nicely in it. Where it's
going wide.
Winston gone, he's down 15, he's going to be in the mix just behind. Oh, Juicy holds it as well. Oh, Bagado gets driven through the back of by Tulala a little bit over the bumps and gets spun out. Winston Wolf here as well. Oh, bit of a brush with a Bagado. 2 friends coming together, but they hold their own lines. Lala did just come through the back a little bit there. The bumps won't have helped. Such, like I say, I'm just saying it as I call it here. He's my boy XV on the inside as well. Getting that slipstream of Bagado and pull each other forward. Again, I can't, no, stop brushing each other's asses. It's dangerous. That's how my juicy ass gets hurt.
Dreamer's going to have gone a little bit earlier. If someone's on the back of Dreamer's slipstream, they're going to swallow him up here.
These guys aren't quite going to catch up. It's not worth me taking the black screen.
No, win there for Viking.
Viking taking another win. He has picked up a couple of positions, but Bagado's going to feel quite hard done by there. Where did Tulala end up finishing? Because I believe it was Tulala that just came straight through the back of him. It was on a bump, so well, I'm not saying it is Tulala's fault that he spun out and stuff, but just could understand why a bag of dough would maybe be a little disappointed with how it goes. Oh, it is.
Yeah. We might just get something.
We've got the positions this time. It's good. Viking, Dreamer, Nugget, Eddie, Mad Trevor, top 5. Lala, Magic, Rizza, Juicy, and Robert Grace James completing out top 10. Be More Code completing out the list in 20th. Viking Baby from Kimberley able to accept a little bit of the negative for a good result for another Winston Wolf. Did well to get himself back up to 8th, or is up into 8th in the playlist, so doing all right. But it's Viking, Maggio, Dreamer, XV, Rizza, Ashing My Blunt, Mad Warrior, Winston, Eddie, Paul, and Romaine completing out the top 10. And again, Eddie Paul is that Edie Kai. Did have an unfortunate late reset. Or no, it's a temporary ban, isn't it, Captain? 3-day ban, just misses, or a week ban, misses this week. Suspension for Eddie. A loco, and we've got can I say any of them? King Ink is the one I'll go with, or Vibe Ink. Hope you're doing well on the captain's side. And he just popped off to get himself a quick drink. We are onto the Hornet's Nest. It is the second of our non-contacts created by Mr. M. Burger 89.
Here we go. And the lap times around 1:22, 23, maybe even past it.
Pop another beer when he advise him to pop another beer after the event. He needs to keep nice and straight on the sticks. Maybe a sip or two. Maybe if he smokes, maybe a quick drag, but nothing too much, you know. Little snifter of the alcohol, little whifter of the weed. That's about it. Just to settle them nerves. He is again just allowing himself the time to tip down. A little bit more of a relaxed host again, just pointing out it's interesting. I like just watching the differences between players in general, so it's nice to see that like that slight more aggressive style from Tony is there in
Yeah.
the hosting as well.
Keeping the rhythm going.
Oh, X has the world record for this track. No pressure. Oh. LA Prestige, Exafy apparently.
This track?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, pressure's on then.
What if he gets a first place in this one, Viper? Is the tenner back on the table? That's now the question. Or does he have to beat his record? Oh, he beat it by 1 millisecond. That's still a record. Right, let's get ourselves. I've not spent a lot of time on where's. It's all mixed up again right now, but Grace James, that was who I was going to go with and did make it on.
We're going to ride on board with Talala for the first lap also.
But yeah, hello Prestige lad, nice to see you popping by as always. Oh, is that Mad Trev just coming off the tube at the top of the hill and getting a little bit of airtime and wonky sideways action is down in, oh no, it may be Maggio Magic actually. Mad Warrior doing alright. Mad Trev in the mix as well. Maybe that's just my leaderboard messing up. No, it was Magic coming off the tube at the top of the hill. Yeah, I do try, and I'm always keeping myself doing well. If you see me streaming, it means I'm doing good. Robert just nicely picking his way round the corner. Exafy going for the wall ride, maybe.
Yeah. Not the time, not the place to be doing
No, it's going to cost him some big points. Maybe he just lost a bit of concentration, not actually meaning to go for it in this situation, but couldn't get himself off them hot lapping lines he'd been doing to get the world record. He does come a little bit from the stunting side. He's been watching Viper for a while. And then he's in my side of the community as well, so he's a boy who likes his risks.
Talala heavy on the brakes. You're just going to try and move.
Just going to move forward a little bit. We are going to go to Talala just further up the field, I hope, here. Unless my leaderboard's mixed up.
Little gap. We're going to go just back and we're going to go into Mad Warrior.
Mad Warrior just ahead. Talala just letting the back right wheel drift over the edge of the track. Gets lucky. There wasn't more of an incident there. Heavy on the brakes. These chrome wheels maybe a little bit slidier under heavy braking and turning is one of the things I've seen on my spreadsheet to keep an eye out for.
With Mad Warrior, just getting the run now on the up the hill.
Tiny bit of lag, displaying again the aggression on the curves from Talala.
Nice run from Mad Warrior, getting the line there on the two guys. Not getting too close to the wall, it can snag you. I've seen that in practice this week. Here we go for the third time. Warrior just behind Remain. Man, just getting the line, but Warrior will get the power.
Razor and Viking just leading the way. Have a look at them times. A 122.623 to 123.382. Viking will just be easing away heavy off the wall there from Talala, just getting the angle wrong through the hairpin.
Oh, Warrior was a little brick now, it was lag.
Yeah, and it looked like Dreamer just came off the tube a little bit heavily as well on the inside. We are going to go forward to Mad Warrior as well. I might just step back to Dreamer and Scam and just behind, just so it's slightly different perspective for the streams if you're watching both.
Yep.
See Viking and Rizza up ahead. Looks like Rizza is holding pace at least, if not closing up slightly through this lap.
Warrior just getting
heavy off the wall by Scarman, does cost time. Here comes Dreamer past Mad.
Oh, Riz off the wall. Is that Riz or Viking?
Rizza, I believe it was. Viking still up in the lead, and Rizza has just fallen behind. Viking just trying to take it a little bit too finely. That may be where them two boys are finding that little bit of extra pace, or a little bit of it anyway, on this track.
Remain dropping down now. Amnesia and Dreamer both past Remain.
No, they're not chromed there. One of the... Yep, they are.
Warrior now fighting with Remain.
Like this.
And Dreamer for the little lead.
I was just going to say, yeah, this car gets a little bit of... if you get your braking points bang on and then go over the curbs, you don't actually need to brake boost everything to get a bit of a brake boost effect. It seems to get like the short shift effect a little bit easier. I think that's what we're seeing Dreamer get a bit off, as we hear him feathering his throttle a little bit more carefully than some. He'll be triggering some short shift effect boost. And that'll be what we're seeing some of the tyre marks for. On the back of these cars, you can't see the lights. Amnesia doing really nice. The car just getting the grip round the corner. Jason, where are you? Winnie and Bag need their cheerleaders. Exactly. Winnie is holding 10th place at the moment. Bagado a little bit further back in 16th, 122.140 from Amnesia. Closing the gap up on Viking if she can, but just easing away from Dreamer, just giving herself the confidence, the confidence with breathing space to hold herself nice and steady. We are going to step back a couple of positions. Yeah, I just saw this. I think I've gone back a little bit too far. It's ahead.
Scarman came out of nowhere.
Heavy on the brakes. Remain a little couple of taps of the horn as he's coming through the corners. Maybe the control a little bit broken. I don't believe he'll be tapping the horn this regularly through the corners normally.
Warrior's going to feel a little bit aggrieved here to have lost these positions after doing so much work. Scarman pulled a nice little lead.
It just picks up another one.
Warrior with the position on Dreamer. Is he going to get
Dream
the run back?
has been pulled back into
Dreamer's
it.
coming back though far. He's going to take the position back on Warrior.
So it's Viking, Amnesia, Scarman, Rizza and Dreamer are the top 5. Behave, Jason. Get a room if you need to. That sounds like innuendo to me.
Which end?
I don't know. I don't need to know which end, Captain.
Eddie Paul coming down there, take the line.
Go on through.
Win for Viking second, Amnesia with the fastest lap. Scarman, Rizza, Dreamer, Warrior remain. Talala, Nugget and Exifi from pros. And now the top 10. You take a look down now across the leaderboard.
Thank you. I was about to unhide them. Lovely mods doing their job. Thank you, Reaper. No, I was slightly joking. But no, it is an 18 plus game, so there's not a lot. Yeah, we should be good, I reckon. They'll be done by 10:30. I don't think they're taking much more than an hour and a half, these 2v2s. Exactly, Kimberly. It is an 18 plus game, and even the people a little bit younger know what they're in for when they're playing this game. The chats and banter, really. I'm gonna just have to put this as a 2v2, just keep my eye on it in the background a little bit as well.
We are stuck in a loading screen. An error has occurred.
Oh, you are. I'm not. Captain, unfortunately, has lagged out. It's failed to connect him to the job, and the game's then closed. It's kept me here.
Guess I was spectating on somebody. I'm still looking at the dockyard.
Oh fuck. I think everybody's still here. I can't see anybody that's lagged out. But yeah, unfortunately, Captain has just lagged out, or his game's failed to connect to the job.
No, I'm still watching it.
Oh, he's still here. He's just stuck. So hopefully he'll be back after this race, like it did for him before with James last week. And I will cover this race commentary, best of my ability. You can see a couple of people just missing the start boost early on, but it didn't cause any big incident for anybody. Mad Warrior nicely just gets a little sniff at first. A little bit of lag caused Mad Warrior's back end to kick out initially. Bumped and then sent into a light. Juicy gets dragged up into it a little bit, but now maybe going to use each other to get back up into the mix. It was nice and early. Looks like a couple of people feathering their throttle just in case they believe it was themselves. So that was Rizza was one. And I can't quite see who's fallen back. They're still just waiting, making sure they're picking people up in case it was their fault. Good stuff. Shows that people do try to wait. The rain is going to make it a little bit more difficult. Be more getting really close to the red barrier there, dividing the tracks as they go up the hill. Talala, what you can't back across the track like that. Mad Warrior gets away with that and saves himself going down the middle of the track. But correcting your car like that, when you know cars are coming up the hill over the crest where they can't see you, isn't really the wisest choice. Hopefully it won't have caused any further incident for the guys coming up the hill afterwards. Yeah, rain does make it a lot more difficult. Honks of the horn, just gonna start stepping back a little bit. Don't want to go back too far at a time, so we do have to take it a couple of steps. Ended up going forward then with extra feet. Just stay with our position, then back to Scarman. Bit of a slide. Scarman gets sucked up into the crash of Mad Trevor's. I believe it was maybe Amnesia as well. The car getting back up to speed now. Unless there was another bit of an incident that I didn't quite catch during. I'm gonna just begin to move forward. Amnesia maybe still feathering the throttle, maybe just letting Scarman grab a bit of slipstream or the chance to get back into the mix. Plenty of time left. Oh, Amnesia just gets under the bridge nicely, pulling by the central piece, came out of the tube a little bit high and aggressive. And just easing up onto the curb, closing back up onto this front pack nicely. Some two cars end up going through the gap. Didn't see who they were, just saw them respawning under the track. This race like me, like a girl. Hello, Georgie boy. How you going, fella? Been a while, my man. I hope you've been keeping yourself well. Trevor really back up into the mix now. Be more code, just trying to get into the slipstream of Remain ahead. Bit of feathering. Winston's ended up slipping and sliding. Beemore just gets out of the way of it. And I believe Winston's got himself all straightened up now. Not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you, Georgie lad. Just been keeping nice and busy with the commentary. Yeah, Goat and Pros both still a thing. Ride still just about there as well, with Pinky and Josh and a few others doing what they can. And it should maybe start picking up. We've had a few new people come in recently as well. It's looking nice. Has all been freshened up with a bit of a division system come into place and a little bit of money on the line for world records. Is GG Mobbin. Mobbin is still alive and well in game. Don Cloud shows up every now and then, so definitely alive and well, but maybe not so much in game terms. I've not seen Asan for a while, but I do see him occasionally post on Instagram, so I believe he's well and alive in life, but I think he's just moved away now from the game, got himself busy setting up a business and such, as far as I know. It's all starting to bunch up as they come over the jump. For the third time, XFE just nicely in the middle there, gets down on the ground, a bit of bumping and shunting, but nothing major. Nobody seems to have spun out there.
Yeah, no, I lagged out. It just took its time. I was watching cars floating in the sky.
Oh shit!
Around.
Okay, so it loaded you into the track somehow a bit, but not properly.
Or it had not kicked me out and took its time. But now I'll have to come in and out of every race. So
yeah.
I'll just get the points from you at the end.
It's full though, isn't it? It's locked to 20 players, isn't it?
Yeah, so I can't spectate either. So it's okay. We'll just get the points from yours. We've got the stream. Everyone will send incidents if they need.
Yeah, people will have to make sure they collect their own incidents and stuff like that. So if any of your boys or anything, Kimberly, have got anything, make sure they clip it and send it to the 482 Gaming account. We'll be able to have a little look back maybe at that one. That seems to be a bit of a coming together into the tube though. And a little bit of a wonky landing there for that car ahead. I don't believe 7Z couldn't hear the collision of a car. Seemed more like a spin out in the tube. But again, it is something we will be able to check out. But yeah, some of these races in this lobby you won't know. This is more the Hotring community. So these guys not so into the stunts. But then you should know the guys in the 2v2 later. Look like a little bit of a spin out there as he just transitioned from one angle to the other on the track piece. Extreme Winston Wolf taking a lot of airtime. A bag of dough getting all sorts of speed lower down. Oh, Scarman, bit of a brick landing, spins out, really unlucky for himself. I believe this is coming up to the charge for the line of 157.711 is the fastest lap. Scarman really unlucky, it just wasn't worth me swapping there. I did believe it was the final charge for the line.
Yeah, if you can just make sure you can scroll each time, mate. Gives me a chance just to get the email
points and that,
now from the last lobby.
So it's XP2 Lala, Dreamer, Maggio Magic and Eddie Paul, top 5, Mad Warrior, Winston, Bmore Code Viking and Robert Grace James, top 10, 7Z finishing out the list in 20th. Hello Reflex. Scrolly, Viking, Dreamer, Maggio, XFE and Mad Warrior are the top 5, and there's me down to 20th place with Beemore on 30. Top 10, Ashin My Blunt with Romaine 6 points behind, 2 points further back. We've got Eddie Paul and Scarman with just separated 2 points. And then 69 for Nuggets are still in the mix, really just that little bit further back. It will be starting to get a little bit more difficult, but just one big points haul from them will get them back up into that mix for 10th, maybe even just into 10th. No, that's what I would say. It's our community in the stunt side is like a bit like this with the Hotring, so it's a little bit of the closed side. So we will rarely do public lobbies and come across some of the people that just do it a little bit more casually or as a side hobby on there. But yeah, Rust, I can't actually say his name properly, but yeah, Downrip is a really good creator. We use a lot of his tracks. But yeah, we do tournaments and stuff on the Rockstar stunts and custom Rockstar style tracks. Yeah, it's just where we've all come together after like 6 years of them being out. A few people pulled us together in a few chats and it's expanded out from there a little bit. But yeah, me and Viper do use quite a lot of his jobs. We'll be starting myself with 7Z. Guys really not rushing into choosing the cars. Letting the timers tick down nice and gently, giving themselves a little chance to wipe their hands there out, wipe the sweat off their hands. I know I need to, and I'm not even racing this weekend. Well, I'm going to move back to Lala. Right, back in last-ish place. We've got somebody just feathering up or having missed the boost. About Winston Wolf just holding up a little bit, making sure doesn't get it any early instant over this first jump. Nothing major on landing. We have no slipstream here, right, Captain? On Vespucci, yep.
Yep, no slipstream.
Let's get it Winnie from Kimberley. So they will be contending with catch-up, so it is all about holding your position, making sure you don't get wrapped up in any silly instance is later on. You will be able to maybe catch up now, but much later. Not so much the time. You have got the free air around you at the moment, but you are going to want up to be a little bit more careful on them curbs if there's people close by. Strange wiggle there from Tulala as he pulled across the track, maybe again showing where some of these little instants can come from. Just a bit too aggressive trying to chase the boost, trying to turn in a little bit too early on Maggio there as well. Maggio just holds his line nice and calmly, gets underneath the prop and pulls onto the curb here, taking the clips of them nicely. Some messages coming in, just look at them after. It just gets the drive to pull away, easing over into left hand tube, just letting them know they're there, high up on the tube wall, drifting back down. Good job, nobody too close on the inside. There's his throttle. Lala just getting into the back of XTV, trying to be a bit too forceful on the curbs. Holds the line, XTV holds it as well, just showing the same aggression. Catch you later, Georgie, man. Sorry, I can't focus as much on the comments while I'm trying to focus on the racing. Ashen, my blunt, gets really unlucky and gets caught out a little bit over the crest of the hill. What looked like got a bit of a brick and then got clipped by Mad. He's not too far back behind Lala. But yeah, he did end up leaving a little bit on uncomfortable circumstances. But we more do try and focus on the good around here than the negative, unless we need to. Riz getting caught out on the landing. We will be able to check that the names will be all jumbled together, so that will require Rizza to chase that up if he thinks it's needed. Oh, getting airborne again. Jeez, ahead. Lala's very aggressive with some of the lines. It is potentially going to cause an incident at some point. See, Amnesia in the mix, very aggressive on the curbs again, pulling out behind Viking, trying to get on the curbs, nice and aggressive again. Would have got a good position there without any incidents on that lap, but does need to just be a touch careful here and there. There's no need to be quite so aggressive with your lines. As it just gained a bit of an advantage, we'll just pull back a little way. Pulling back a couple of cars at a time. We'll go over to Viking. He's in this tube all alone at the moment. You can see the cars coming out of the tube. Oh, Ashley, my blunt ends up landing badly and coming off the wall. He looks to be up to pace coming down the hill. Mad Trevor just in behind. It's getting a little bit rougher as people are starting to really push for their places. Winston just getting a little sniffer first, but holds it nice and gently. Doesn't push too hard for the inside. Allows 7Z space. Again, holding his own line, not too aggressive. Sticking on that blue curb boost there instead. Bit of a brake boost over the crest of the hill. There's one more lap remaining, I believe. It's all bunching up again. Can pop back just a little bit more. Got a couple on this left side as well. One more step further back would take us to Amnesia, I believe. Trying to give good space to Juicy. Oh, Jonas. Explosion there. It's not popping up who exploded. Have a quick look. It's further back down. Bag of dough or nugget maybe. 125.923 with Scarman as the best lap. Amnesia's had a really good drive. Pulled herself up onto the front pack, just in behind Dreamer. Oh, I am not sure if Eddie maybe just caught the back end of a couple of people there, causing a... Look, there's two cars that spun out heavily. Riz a good drive after the crest of the hill and appears to have got himself first place. Captain will maybe be able to have a little glance at that on the stream. It was definitely all in my view, just as they came around the final corner.
I'm just gonna... I'll look back now.
3 cars just came together a little bit. May have been Eddie, because he was just in the back of the 2 of them. But they also might have spun out a crossing.
Something's happened with Warrior. I can see
Rizzo, Viking, Amnesia,
looks,
Trevor,
cleaner on the
Romain.
5 as well.
Yeah, it does all look a little bit cleaner. Not too much yet, but it will be even better for expanded.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't drop frames at all, and like, so you can, and tubes do look that little bit crisper and everything.
Yeah.
Viking Pro, Dreamer, Magio, Magic, Rizza and Exafeet are the top 5 in the playlist. A bag of dough at the moment, bringing up the rear. Got Romain just pushing Ashin My Blunt out of the top 10. Ashin My Blunt won't be very happy with the points haul on that race. 6 points. Has seen Romain gain a 6-point advantage with the 18. Tavala right in the mix now with only 3 points themselves. There's a couple of people just back on 89. And they're not too far back either. I can't pull it up on my bloody computer because for some reason can't watch your own stream from PlayStation 5 if you're on the same network. I don't know. It's dumb.
I can give you a little update now. Where did you get down to?
Yeah, I was just like the people on 89 and then a little bit lower than that was what we were looking
84, Robert Grace James 79. So from 10th you've got 95 Romain on 10th place, and then down to 14th James Nugget on 70, on 25 behind. Still doable to 2.2 races to go. So we are looking now, Viking.
Yeah, I'm going to roll a little smoke Kimberley on the mention of a bong. I don't do bongs myself. It's I'm a bit old for that now.
Did speak to Viking this week, and he was not a fan of the last non-contact. Just said he was going to do everything he could not to have to race the last one, and it looks he's qualified.
It's nice and comfortable.
Provisionally, he's in the qualification places, as is Dreamer, cannot be caught, and Maggio and Rizzo.
The thing I have noticed with maybe Viking and Rizza is they, like a couple of my boys in the stunt side, like the thing that beats them, they've got the talent. Very quickest yet, but they could get there, and they just need to get out their head and get used to handling the pressure. Like, they're good enough.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be the most confident person to be confident in yourself either. Like, that's all I'm saying. Just know you have it within you to do well.
Exactly.
Esco shows up at the sound of a bong. The mere mention. He's like, bong? Bong? Where? When? Big explosions. I've just misplaced my control so I couldn't fix the camera. Somebody running wide through the corner, just maybe letting whoever you got.
Into one of the crew chats to Mad Warrior. Mad Warrior, what did you do in the jump? You ruined my career.
Oh God, not just the race, the whole racing career out the window. That could be 15, 20 years just gone. Wow. Never going to
Bold
be able to drive
statements.
again. Never going to be able to drive again. I'm guessing broke both thumbs or something with the force of
Bold
vibration.
statements, Uncle Alan. Holy shit.
God, I love the banter that does go on between the guys that know each other. Gets a little bit exaggerated sometimes. Sometimes gets a little bit fiery. They're doing nice, kept themselves clean through the opening section of the race. We will big spin on the inside. It looked like Exley got wrapped up in that. He's ended up underneath Robert. Little bit of a chuckle as I don't quite know what happened. It was just as I swapped on to Robert, I had no chance to have a look on the inside. Oh, and
Belly to
Robert,
belly.
yeah, Robert used him as a little bit of a ramp.
Oh, that was close.
Exley doing the right thing, just getting Robert a bit of slipstream, and then he's going to try and slip into theirs to get back up to pace. We will let these guys get into their flow, and we'll take the black screen hit now just to stick with the action. We have ended up with amnesia. Big air time from a bag of dough. Catching some slipstream. His amnesia just picking at times, get the power down, easing it through the corners. Just holding the outside line, waiting for the guys on the inside. Taking it nice and smoothly, nice and easy. Little bit of tilting on the car, knowing she's got the space around her. Little tiny bit of flare coming in, trying to manage a little bit of extra bump boost on landing. Bit of a coming together somewhere, but no slippiness. We are just going to step back and keep an eye on this whole pack. Go back. Amnesia's just there, so the order is a bit mixed up here on the list. It does make it a touch more difficult. Little finger out the window from Rizza. I think that's more likely at me than anybody else, saying, what the fuck you spectating me for, lad? I just want to race in peace. He's a usually polite boy in public at very least. I don't quite know how he is in private so much. The finger out the window again, maybe confirming it. Just need to change my position. Oh, Billy Eek. But no, you won't hear any argument about the devil's lettuce in this party chat.
Absolutely not. Although I am going to miss that when I move to Portugal. Not to be honest.
It's fully, everything's legal there, Captain.
I know, but it's like, it's just on my doorstep.
Yeah, I think there's now shops you can go buy it in Portugal, or it's like legal street stuff anyway. One or the other.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, like, surely they'll have some places set up a bit like Amsterdam and stuff. Depends where you are. I don't know where you'll be.
South Algarve.
Okay, yeah. Oh, gets off the power and saves himself spinning James out as he gets a bit brake checked by Mad, who's also getting brake checked as well. XV really back up into the mix as well. Just getting a little sniff of first with Ashin My Blunt. Oh, Talala and Rizza, finger out the window. This time I think that one might be to Talala rather than myself. Oh, XV riding. Bumps nicely. Yeah, and in general it's been nice and clean. As you can see, the pack actually really tightly stacked together. Had a little bit of a mess in the early laps. There's only 2 players a little bit further back struggling to get themselves back up into the mix. Hey, right now, whatever you're chatting about in the thing, you're clearly watching and typing away, whether you're fully focused on the race or not. You're enjoying the commentary and you're chatting away in the chat. The comments and the likes and everything massively help the algorithm stuff with YouTube. The charge to the line, there was a spin out just as I was talking about liking the comments coming in. I know I can't read them all during the races and stuff. But yeah, that's a good statement, Prestige. This is a little bit different to the stunts in the fact that this doesn't give you seizures trying to learn all the cuts. Just gives you seizures when people spin you out for what you see as no reason. You see, I do catch some of the comments nicely as well. Right, 7Z, Ashin My Blunt, Romain, Winston and Be More Code were the top 5. Like I say, there was a bit of a spin we saw there. Maybe it was Rizza getting a bit caught up in that with the thumbs down. Again, that was on stream, and Captain and Mark, should any complaints come in, we'll be able to check it from my perspective as well for that one. Well, it's just the final run-in before the line, Captain. That one scrolling down quickly. Points, Viking Pro, Dreamer, XV, Maggio, Magic and Rizza are the top 5. XV picking up a position again over Maggio with a slightly better points haul and closing the gap back down to 11 points on Dreamer. Complete my scroll through again.
Yeah, we're going to come down to the final race. Talala 5 points behind Ashin.
Legends Lofty Heights. Yeah, it's Captain. Would you run through the points if it's tight from like 9th to 12th or so, and then I'll watch them a bit more?
You got Warrior, if you got Winston in 6th on 125, should be safe. Then you've got Mad Warrior in 7th, 117. Romain 8th, 117. Amnesia 9th, 114. Ashin My Blunt 114 in 10th. Talala in 11th, 109. Eddie Paul 12th, 98. So Warrior, Romain, Amnesia, Ashin, Talala, Eddie Paul.
Yeah, all in the mix.
Yeah, all can change places. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Realistically, there's 5 guys vying for 4 places.
Yeah.
Viking assured, as I said, provisionally before any protest. Viking, Dreamer, Exifi, Maggio, Rizza, and Winston should be safely through.
The bag of dough is having fun from Kimberly. Yeah, that's good, as long as he is enjoying it. Like, this lobby does in general appear to be being clean as it can be. There will be certain incidents that are being missed by us, so people are able to send in their video clips. Scarman will be a 30-second line-up on weight, with it being a and mine Psycho as Viper abuses our German brother. Let's get it, Winnie. You got this from Kimberley. Scarman, decent start, gets himself through the first corner nicely on the brakes to avoid the wall and get his braking point for the next part. Really nice. Now, do we see any guys that were in that mix a little bit further back? So Mad Warrior, Viking Pro, a little bit of a slide on Nugget. Ooh, big slides come over the crest of the hill. Held nicely. Talala does need some good points, and he's just in the mix behind Scarman. Thank you all very much for tuning in. 22 of you. We did hear someone come off the wall heavy there. Easy Amnesia just in the mix, has themselves a 5th place at the moment. It's the sort of stuff we need to see from them guys, just outside the top 10 and just in it. Oh, gonna move forward a touch from Scarman. We'll sit with Amnesia. Tulala though as well is in that mix for 10th. Amnesia does need a point. Dreamer just ahead. So this is part of that battle. Yeah, part of the battle for these 4 positions. I believe my headset just cut out a little bit there. Nah, Reflex. The deep voice on Psycho is kind of... He could get away with asking me to do just about anything, and I'd at least consider it strongly, if not immediately agree. No, kind of have to admit when it is a little, you know, don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, Psycho lad. Still feel free to join my parties. Oh no, I may. Oh God, no, Psycho after the stream. Get on your knees, no homo. Oh no, right, back into the racing. Amnesia has dropped. Oh no, has held position nicely. Got back on track after the bit of a slide. Who needs anything when you've got friends like these? It's all I can say. Don't need girls, don't need enemies, nothing. We will step back a little bit to this 3, just further back to Lala in the mix. Amnesia does appear to be holding 5th nice and cleanly. Lala pushing hard, picking up a couple of positions, getting up into 8th. Amnesia's picked up 4th from Dreamer. Oh, bit of a slide. 8.53, little bit of lag. Displaying onto Lala's car. Really struggled to say this person's name. To Lala. There we go. It's not that hard. Oh, riding the wall with the lag. We are gonna just step back. The lag heavy onto Lala's car. We are going to go to 7Z. Getting the lag displaying on 7Z. Maybe this is on my end a little bit. There's cars just floating around the corners a little bit and coming off the barriers. Feathering the throttle, at least it's keeping me in the race with the way people are bouncing around. I think this is me. Captain has cut out as well at the moment, so maybe... and it's not lag, it's just pro lines from Viper. My stream is all still up and active there.
Yeah, the quality is piss.
On my, my router must have just had a little moment where it's wobbled. 'Cause too many of the cars were lagging then. I couldn't hear you at all for a minute. But there was no major instance there, and with it being non-contact, it's all their own drive. No, apologies there for the quality dip.
Send me the screenshots of the end so it's bigger than the laptop.
Yeah, that hill is a tricky hill. The car really not good on inclines and stuff. Thank you very much, Viper. Glad you all enjoyed it. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm going to scroll through the positions and points quickly as they come in. It's Rizza, XV, Amnesia, Viking and Dream at top 5. That could well see Amnesia very safe in that top 10. Just scrolling down, we did see one person back out, I believe, at the end there. So we are just down to 19, just taking these couple of screenshots. Viking, Dreamer, XV, Rizza, Maggio are the top 5, and there's my screenshots completed. We've got Amnesia, Winston Wolf, Mad Warrior, Romaine and Dulala making it into the top 10. Actually, my blunt doesn't quite make it. Right.
Oh, what happened, Captain? What happened to the stream?
It lagged me out, James.
Yeah, it lagged Captain out, so I had to continue alone, but Captain's here with me. I'll end the stream here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you all very much for tuning in, and the Captain will be having the results announced within the next couple of hours or so. Thank you all very much. And goodbye for now. I won't be too long before the 2v2, but Barbax is still doing his 2v2 and French commentary. So catch you in a bit. Bye.